just don't think we should make any decisions, especially when it comes to a possible elevator, without all of our party present.
Well,
they're all here now except for Aurelius.
Yeah.
I
roll
think that we
stealth?
continue exploring this floor.
Yeah. Are you trying to sneak and then pursue, or just stealth?
Sneak and creep up further.
Okay, roll stealth.
No.
What is it?
Okay.
8.
13.
What did you roll?
13.
Okay. You press yourself up against the wall and pursue a little bit down further towards the area where it bends that you felt like you're being watched from, I'm assuming?
Yeah. I wanted to try and, like, peer around this rock outcrop, I guess, to go look further down the hallway.
As you creep up, the first thing you notice is the smell of... It almost smells like seaweed. As you turn to look over that rock, you are met very closely as right on the other side, this creature is trying to peer over the rock toward down the hallway with this long aquatic green and teal snout, these scales across its face, and these red eyes. It looks startled, and as it yells out, it hisses, and you see these dripping fangs as you come face to face with a seafang scout.
Oh, Gemini Christmas.
Roll initiative, Caitlin.
I'd like to point out elevator.
She's all the way around on the other side of us.
Posting a picture of what it looks like.
17.
Oh, cute.
Oh, it's intelligent.
So he seems surprised and is reaching for his trident on his back and pulling it out, fumbling. You're going to get the first initiative in combat.
Okay. As I'm pulling out my swords, I'd like to say not a threat. See if that registers anything.
You're saying it in common?
Yeah.
Okay. He appears to still be going for his trident. It looks like he is hell-bent on stabbing you or running, one of the two. Maybe a combination of both.
Alright, well, I rolled a nat 1 to swing at him, so...
So as you swing wide, he ducks, your sword glancing across the stone. He's going to reach forward and skewer with his trident, and he rolls a 20 to hit.
Hits.
He does 7 piercing damage as a smirk crosses his face. And begins speaking a tongue that you're unfamiliar with. As you look down and can see the skewer piercing your armor, it looks like he has a pouch that is filled with crystals of different colors on his side.
Damn, my dice hate me.
Do we hear combat happening?
So you hear like a very faint commotion of something happening. I don't know
to
if it
hit.
necessarily sounds like combat. What to hit?
7.
So he's going to reach out again, and he's going to miss this time, swiping, pulling his trident out and swiping. This time letting out a taunt vocally. Arashatini Manasaki. You hear echo throughout the hallway. Willow, it crosses your ears first and tingles. You hear the distinct tongue of a seafang.
Oh crap. So I'm gonna alert the team. You guys, where's Calamity? I just heard a seafang.
I mean, whichever direction we heard it from, right?
Kind of back towards the rope.
Bonus action, manifest echo behind him. I believe that's within 15 feet. Let me guess.
Yeah, easily.
Okay.
I'm running towards that at the information that Willow said.
Yeah, might as well.
And then I'm going to roll to attack. Oh. 17 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. 8, 5, 6, 8 slashing.
Cuts across him, cutting rather deeply. He looks behind him, seeing the new creature, and you see him beginning to reach into his pouch that he has swinging from his chest, and he reaches in, and you see the beginning of a horn being pulled out as he begins getting ready to call
Action
for
surge,
reinforcements.
swing again. 16, 18, 20, 21 to hit.
Hits.
9 slashing.
The horn comes up to his lips, and he begins to blow, puffing out his chest. As he fills his lungs, all that comes out is a as he's cut down. The air escaping from his lungs as he falls to the ground dead.
Whoa.
Let me mark off my action surge if it's gone.
Oh, I didn't
Like
mean
he
to
just
get rid of
poof
him.
disappears?
No.
Okay.
It just poofs, disappears just like that. He lays on the floor before you dead. Curiously enough, although no water near you, he appears to be recently soaked in water.
I'd like to check out that crystal bag he's got.
You reach in as your allies surround, coming around the corridor. Aurelius missing, and it looks like a bag full of chips of the stone surrounding. It's a myriad of colors: green, purples, reds. It appears like he had been chiseling crystals as he made his way down this way. It's odd though, because seafangs are found in the ocean, and he appears recently soaked.
Okay. I'm gonna grab that bag of crystals. I'd also like to investigate the wetness on him, if it smells salty or if it's just water.
Did he wipe his scales and, I'm assuming, taste it?
You can't smell salt?
Can you smell salt?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, when I go to the ocean, you can smell it.
Okay, as you put it right against your nostrils, it does smell of salt water.
Okay.
He smells of the ocean.
Calamity, when did you start to feel his eyes on you? Or, like, when did you see him?
It would be after the dragon disappeared, I felt his eyes on me.
What if that's not an elevator that we saw? What if it replaces you with someone on that same level.
What do you mean?
It's only slightly scary to think about.
Like, he's covered in salt water. So far, this does not seem like it's an oceanic level.
Yeah, but it does smell like
He-
seaweed down this hallway.
Seaweed smell seems to be coming from him.
Oh, okay.
So, like, what if it swapped him for...
Somebody on the 117th floor?
Yeah, what if it swapped our guy for someone on the 117th floor?
That's fucked.
But he seemed to be spying on us, correct?
I think it was more he like heard or sensed my presence and was like trying to get a better look at who I was and where I was coming from.
Aurelius just left. This guy probably wouldn't have had time to scrape crystals if he only just got here.
Well, unless that's what he was doing. There's nothing that says that crystals aren't wherever he came from.
Yeah.
My only concern is I don't know if it's just out of habit or what, but he went to blow his horn when I started winning the fight.
Willow shudders.
Maybe there's another party out here?
So we want to explore deeper?
For sure. Maybe
Willow
quietly.
shudders again.
Your echo disappears. Silas, as you begin walking down that way, you can see wet footprints coming from all the way down.
I relay
Willow
the information to the group.
follows slowly.
Before
Okay.
I follow, I just want to search his body more to see like weapons, currency, anything like that.
He
as I
has
approach.
what looks like a hand-drawn map as he was mapping out the area that he had been scouting. You see a chisel made out of some type of bone, a very, very thick, sturdy bone that shows wear marks, like he was using that to chisel with his stone. It's like a hammer on one side, dull, rounded, and then a little sharper on the other. It's not like super sharp, but just has a slight edge to it, kind of primitive. The map shows, it doesn't have any currency or anything like that on him. The map shows a long corridor coming up to a kind of a four-post, and he drew what appears to be a large kind of tree in a cavern, just off of the main four-way. And there also appears to be some kind of oval that he's drawn, and he put a lot of detail into the oval, though it's kind of uncertain to see what he's trying to depict there.
Okay. I'll grab that map and I don't know if it's worth grabbing the trident, but I guess I'll grab it for now.
As I approached, I made a wide berth around the seafang, but lingered just to make sure she was okay, not quite joining the rest of the team.
Is the party pursuing deeper, following the wet footprints?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd like to see if they abruptly pop up,
Yeah.
or if it's
Okay,
like
I'm
he's
just
been
gonna move
traveling.
everyone to the next point. As you go down, it seems to wind and curve. The footprints following, you can see some of the areas that he has stopped and chiseled away at the stone. Every now and then, you're still catching glimpses of those siphons as some unseen creature is siphoning the energy out of the stone. Occasionally, you hear kind of gleeful nom, nom, as if they're enjoying the siphoning. The corridor continues until you get to a point here where in the distance, there, you can see where it begins to branch out, and it kind of raises in the middle and looks like it splits four ways. It looks roughly about what the guy had drawn on the map.
So we're getting close to a big detailed oval.
No, it looks like the four-way that he had depicted, a big four-way on the map. Off of that four-way was a large cavern, where inside that cavern there was a depiction of a tree in the oval.
So like this walkway is crumbled down right there.
Yeah,
Like the Castor Pero?
This is this is climbable, but yeah, there is a gap here, as if whatever was connecting had crumbled away long ago.
Can we climb up the other side?
Yeah. It's a 20-foot jump too, if you wanted to leap it.
Not a chance.
How far down and how far up again if we're gonna go forward?
It's like 10 foot down.
Okay, so we can just handle that pretty easy down. And you
Yeah,
said
it's
20
not
feet up?
difficult. Yeah, it just takes a little bit to crawl down and crawl back up. As you come up, you see this. It's this weird, unnatural creation. It almost looks like this place was burrowed out of stone and maybe worked up long ago. Like this connecting bridge here doesn't seem naturally formed.
May I roll to see if I know what kind of creature would burrow something like that?
Sure.
If I recognize the architecture? What would you want me to roll?
Roll a history check.
So 18 plus 6.
So there's a long history of burrowing creatures. This doesn't appear to be anything from like a purple worm or anything like that you've read in textbooks of the Scholars Guild. However, you do remember reading that people who had delved into the dungeon before had talked about this self-moving dungeon, as if whoever was controlling the dungeon or whatever magic was within the dungeon was capable of forming itself from stones. Like it could, for instance, like if there was a wall here, it could shift the wall and make a corridor on its own, just through the magic saturated inside the dungeon.
Could I do a Arcana check?
Yes.
See if I know if I recognize anything?
Yeah, if you guys come up to the beginning, you hear a ting, 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 as if crystals being chiseled away off to your left here.
Willow's on high alert, looking for the seafangs.
What does the ting sound like? Is it more of a metallic tink or like the primitive wood bone chisels that other guy was using?
It sounds like bone cutting into a rock or a crystal.
Okay. So, in a lower tone, so as to not have it carry, I would let the group know that the chisel tone sounds similar to the bone chisel that sea serpent used. I don't think that's the right word for that.
Familiar shiver occurs within the dungeon, and another pulse comes, but it's radiating from this room. All the crystals grow brightly, and then dim again.
So if I did that Arcana check, what would I roll?
A d20 plus your Arcana.
16 plus 4.
Okay, and what are you trying to determine?
If I know what these crystals are.
They appear to be, as you're inspecting them, some of the green ones match the same color of green as the crystal that you guys received from the floor boss prior. There's different colors too. As you're a sorcerer kind of checking out these stones, you can feel the energy of certain schools of magic emanating from these crystals. So there's like a very strong energy of conjuration coming from the green, and enchantment coming from the purple. from the red, it feels as if there is stored evocation magic within.
Does anybody have any tools to harvest these? Wait, no. What about the thing that Caitlin picked up?
I think we deal with the enemy first.
You hear it's continuing to. You did hear like a little when there was that pulse, and then the chiseling continued. It appears that whatever's down there is unaware of your guys' presence.
When it does come time, I do have a crowbar and hammer.
Okay. Well, I said we go visit that where that pulse came from.
Well, that's the way that the
Pulse came
person
from this
knows.
direction.
Yeah.
The left.
Snow day
So-
tomorrow. Snow day.
I would like to generally be in the front of the pack, but it's kind of a weird thing. I want to make sure that I'm also like being followed.
Are you guys sneaking, or are you just walking right up to him?
Sneaking. At least I am.
As you
Snick-
as you get
snick-
closer,
snick.
you can see the garment on the back of the seafang's neck. It looks like it's unnaturally lifted, as if something invisible is like pulling it, trying to get it off of the crystals.
It
But
doesn't
it's
like
far
that they're
too weak.
taking the crystals.
Far too weak to do anything about it, and the seafang seems to be aware of it, but unbothered by its weak attempt at trying to stop it.
I shudder again as I see the sea thing.
All right, let's roll a group check, stealth check, as you guys approach. Now within peripheral of the seafang.
How's that work? Everybody does it?
Yeah, it's an average, so everyone rolls a stealth check, and then it's divided by the number of people in the group.
Oh no.
I got a 13.
21.
3.
You said 21.
5.
Y'all are bringing me down.
Everyone remember your number. I gotta get my
5.
calculator.
Don't forget you get to add your stealth to that, right?
I did.
Rabbit diaper.
All right, 21 plus
14.
5
You
plus
already
14.
rolled.
There's 2 14s.
I had
Look,
13,
I
Michael.
had diamond.
Hunter, you had 14.
But
Yeah,
this
14.
blue can be
Andrew, you had
flat.
5.
Yes.
Michaela,
5.
Michaela, you had 5. A group average of 11.
You guys are killing me.
You guys get closer.
As Calamithy gives us all a dirty look over his shoulder.
You guys get closer, and as you're sneaking up, a stone on the ground gets accidentally kicked by Mayra, and ting, 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 makes its way down the stone stairs towards the seafang. And there's a pause as he stops hammering, and he slowly turns and looks over.
I rush over with my stick in hand.
He yelled out, "Roll initiative."
Find my dice.
Oh. Initiative's just initiative. You don't add anything to it, right?
You had initiative.
15.
Which is your dexterity modifier?
4. Red.
I got 10.
I rolled good this time. My irritation at you guys making so much noise.
What'd you roll?
Oh.
I got 19, 20, 21, 22.
Willow, what'd you roll?
19. I don't want to go second.
Calamithy. You get the jump. This thing turns and looks at you. He has a bone shield leaning against the wall that he's reaching for, as well as his trident. But he doesn't currently have the bone shield in his hand.
Okay, 1 second. I just have to measure.
Expelliarmus.
He's about what? 35 feet from us?
Further than that. What did I write? 35 feet is 7 tiles.
So he's like 45 feet
What are
away.
you doing? You're moving up or casting an echo?
I suppose I could cast it. Okay.
No, I'm not trying to. I just didn't hear what you said.
Well, I was trying to first measure. Why the fuck? I'm like seeing through the floor and it just looks like galaxy.
Hit N.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'll move up 7 tiles. Oh, I'm so close to being able to touch him. And then I believe it's a bonus action. Throw my shadow on the other side of him. Perfect.
You watch as it appears. As the echo appears, his cape drops as the invisible creature lets go.
And I'll stand there. It's an action to ready yourself?
Yes.
Okay. I will ready myself for him to come within my range. If he does... Would you say he's within my shadow's range? Because if he leaves that range, they get an opportunity of attack.
Yeah, he's on the outside of the range.
So, opportunity attacks take your reaction anyways, right?
Generally, yeah, I don't know how it works for the echo.
Let me
I don't think
pull
they
it up.
share.
And, can you attack from your shadow?
I can as an action.
At the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Willow.
I am going to move out just enough, 15 feet here, and I am going to draw my light crossbow and hit.
Here's the Echo
So-
Knight is immune to opportunity of attacks.
Pardon me?
Sorry, go ahead, Mom. You pull out your crossbow.
Yes. So do I roll the d20 for the attack?
Yep.
I got a nat 20 plus 6. Or
Nice.
plus 8.
Okay, roll damage.
That is a d8. Sorry, I dropped my die. 3 plus 4, 7 piercing.
Which turns into 14 piercing. He squeals out in pain. And he looks at you. His orange begins to almost kind of like inflame with rage as he glares at you. And he grabs his trident as if he's going to throw it at you when he can. Is that the end of your turn?
I would like to take 2 steps back and kind of like hide behind Calamity's figure.
Mayra.
Savage.
So I want to ask if I can use shape water on the water on his skin.
Yeah, there's probably not a whole lot of it, but you could. There's probably how much water is that? Maybe like
Does he have to have water to survive, though?
I don't know, does he? He is soaking wet.
Ooh, that gives me an idea.
So 5, 10, 15, 30.
You can't freeze the water. Don't know if it changed anything with him though.
I think that would be within range. So if I could shape water to come off of his skin and clothing.
What are you shaping it into?
I can animate it up for 1 hour, and I can change it into like a little bunny that hops away from him. So now he's
So-
bone dry.
There's this about a gallon and a half, maybe 2 gallons worth of water sucks off this creature and turns into this aquatic bunny and begins hopping, and you hear this joyous childlike laughter coming from this invisible creature floating behind the lizard folk or the sea fang.
So cute. And do I see if the sea fang had any like negative effect to that?
He seems a little confused, but it doesn't seem like he's taken damage from it.
Okay. That is the end of my turn.
He maybe seems a little itchier and more uncomfortable.
How much damage did Cal do?
Nothing.
The sea fang turns. He's going to chuck his trident. Originally was wanting Willow, but he's going to chuck it at Calamity because she's in the way.
Sorry, Cal.
No, she's not.
Don't lie to me, woman.
12 to hit.
Misses.
So Calamity dodges the trident. It goes flying, misses just over Willow's head because she's too short, and goes flying across the bone trident laying against the ground there. He's going to
Ugh.
he turns back and yells deeper into the cavern as he grabs his shield and begins hissing this sea fang tongue deeper into the cavern. Silas.
I am going to. How far away is he from me?
55 feet.
All right, and how far can I move?
30 feet. So you can move up to here.
Okay, can you move me there? It's not letting me move it. Oh yeah, it is. Cool. And then I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt.
Which bolts 5e. Okay, so you're gonna make a ranged spell attack against him.
That's a D20.
Hold on, let me read this. A beam of crackling blue energy lances out towards the creature, forming a sustained arc of lightning between you and it. Make a ranged spell attack against that creature, so D20 plus your charisma modifier. On a hit, the target takes 1d12 lightning damage.
Ooh.
15. And then you said add charisma
Yes.
is 5, so 20.
Okay. Alright, so now you're gonna roll a 1d12.
Okay. 9.
On the spell ends if you use your action to do. Okay. So you guys watch as this lightning arc connects between the caster and the lizard folk, or the sea fang, and he instantly takes 9 damage of lightning and starts kind of sputtering. Another joyous, cackling, childlike. It sounds like a little kid, like losing its belly with laughter, coming from that invisible thing behind. Like it's hard not to imagine it kicking its legs, rolling around by how boisterous the laughter is. And the sea fang is like shaking with lightning, and that arc remains as long as you stay concentrated on that spell.
That ends my turn.
Savage. That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
You can see his smoke beginning to kind of come from his scales and bubble up around where his skin is. He looks pretty rough.
That's
Red.
I'm gonna run up to him. It's probably gonna. I think I need to dash over.
Oh, I don't think so. He's
That
within
looks
hit
close enough.
range.
Nice. Let's hit him with a stick.
action.
16. No, wait, 15.
15 to hit.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, you get advantage because he's flanked.
Hooray!
My shadow counts as a flank. Isn't that neat?
Yes, that's great. 22.
Hits.
8 bludgeon.
You come down and smack down on his head as he's sitting there like concussed from lightning. His skull seems to cave in a little bit, and he makes this weird little noise out of his mouth, and the creature can't take it anymore. As he falls to the ground, his brain cut in. It's like a crying laughter, and you hear him like just losing his mind. You see the water as he crumbles to the ground. The water bunny dancing off to the side appears like it's being played with, like it's being lifted up off the ground and then set back down, lifted up off the ground, set back down.
Hmm.
The guy had yelled deeper into the cavern. You guys hear what sounds like wooden cartwheels kind of deeper into the cavern, an immense glow coming from deeper within, and the sound of rushing water. What do you guys do now?
I'll ask in Sprocket. Can we help?
I kind of want to say.
There's a pause, and the bunny outside of Mayra's control begins moving deeper within. As the bunny breaks this precipice, you see the invisible creature come into formation as if when it's in this cavern, it is seeable by mortal eyes. And it looks like this.
It's off to the north, right?
Oh, so
Yeah, it's here.
Cool.
I can't even.
Yeah, we can't see.
No, I was saying that I can't even because of how cute it is. He posted what it looks like in
Yeah.
Discord.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Huh.
The women are just
So cute.
gushing.
I don't really have a good creature to depict it. I think we'll do like a little one of these for now, maybe, so I can find something better.
Mm-hmm. That's not too bad.
When
Did it
go ahead.
did it seem to understand his sprocket language?
It's hard to tell if it's capable of understanding a certain tongue or if it just understands intent. It's not really clear what's going on.
Cool.
As you guys move closer, it's like bouncing and nodding yes. And its face turns like this evil looking, fang looking face as it turns and looks. As you guys enter the cavern, you can see what appears to be Seafang pulling carts from this massive crystal tree over towards this rushing water sound this way. Can you guys see what I'm talking about? So they're coming from this way,
Oh.
across the bridge, into this rushing water sound this way.
May I have permission to move my shadow? I'm just gonna have it move
Yeah, do you not
30
have?
feet each time. Not that I can tell. No.
It'd be helpful to be able to double-click people to change the camera.
Can you not?
Yeah. No.
Thank you.
I don't know how to make it so you can. I don't know if that's something they took out or if that's only doable during turn-based mode. I don't know.
No. Can't do it then either. What do you do to get rid of the walls?
N, or right click, like double right click the floor that you're standing on.
Okay. That helps. And you said that the seafangs were...
Yeah, I'm getting ready to show you now that you guys are close enough. Oh, why did it not? That's so annoying. So there's a cart crossing the bridge here.
Okay.
You say here.
Oh,
I'm
that is
having a hard time seeing
beautiful
around the walls.
tree.
Yeah.
So I just scrolled out really far so I could see.
Okay. Yeah. I just did the same.
Oh, okay.
That tree is gorgeous.
Yeah.
So you
And I'm
watch as this
assuming-
particular seafang with the cart literally like boom, like apparates out of the tree, and you hear like an audible noise. The tree shivers in this kind of like irritated fashion. You hear the chain, like the rattle of chains, which draws your attention to these kind of teal rune covered chains that are tying this tree down. And when the tree shivers, another pulse of that energy emanates out into the entire cavern, and all the crystals grow brightly. And when it does so, that creature that you can now see seems to shudder and is very irritable and upset with whatever those sea things are doing.
You don't fuck with trees.
Freaky angry.
I like to approach with anger as I'm kind of walking up.
Yep, it's murder time.
Yeah, druids don't fuck around when it comes to trees and nature.
As you guys begin coming up, you see this made bridge makeshift. It almost appears like it doesn't almost appear. I don't know why I keep saying almost. It appears like this bridge was constructed recently. To your right here, you see this large portal that is like the swirling, rushing water, and out of it is coming this very thick smell of the ocean. And if you look into it, you can see the ocean as if it goes directly to somewhere in the ocean. And the sea fang is coming with a cart pulling. He doesn't appear to have any weapons on him, and as he's pulling this cart of crystals, you notice that they're more of a dark color. They don't appear like any of the other crystals you've seen in the cavern. They're like an amalgamation of all the colors wrapped into one. And he has a cart full of them, and he's heading towards the portal. As you guys run up and cut him off, his eyes go wide, and he's looking around for a weapon or something to fight with, but he doesn't have any.
Sucks to be you.
Are you guys attacking?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Or at least I am.
I was gonna ask if anybody can speak their language to see what their operation is.
2.
What do they speak, Michael?
The seafang, they speak a dialect of what do I have here is I gotta find it. It's a dialect of Snaga.
Nope, definitely don't know that language.
I do.
Get to talking, shorty.
What are your guys' initiatives?
Mayres.
I
I'm
have a
gonna do
13.
the down the line thing, because you always have us do that after we all spew it out.
Okay, 15 to 20. Or anyone above 20? 15 to 20.
15.
10 to 15.
Red 10.
Willow 13.
1 to 10. Mayra, Silas, what did you guys get?
Mayor got 2.
We might not
14.
be able to hear him. 14? Okay. Willow, you said you got a 10?
I got a 13.
13.
Red 10.
And I would like to tell this seafang, you don't belong here. And Snaga.
He looks around, still trying to find a weapon, and in Snaga you hear him respond with that. And he says in his tongue, I belong wherever the great shaman sends me. He reaches back. He grabs one of the crystals in the cart and just chucks it right at Mayra.
Oh, poor Mayra.
It's only a 9 to hit,
Hi.
so you're able to duck and dodge out of the way as the crystal goes flying. It lands on the ground and it cracks, and he winces at almost like I should not have done that.
Is it one of those black ones?
Yes, Clamsy, it's your turn. Your mic is off. I can't hear you.
I know. I pre-rolled before I even got there, so whatever. Let's see how far I can get. Oh, sweet! I can get right up on him. Can you go within 30 feet?
As you are approaching, his eyes widen, seeing how armored you guys are, and as you approach, he begins pleading in Snaga. Please, please, the spoils can share. The spoils can share.
And I holler out, he wants to share. Don't let him. They're evil.
He lost the right to plead for his life when you chained down the tree.
Right. So then I swing at him. Feels a little fucked up, but okay. Well,
You don't have to. I'd be happy to kill him myself.
17 hit.
Hits roll damage as you strike this unarmored combatant.
We don't care.
8.
He is struck across his chest, and he pleads down, falling to his knees, and he's begging for his life in Snaga. Please, please, I'll do anything. Spare me.
No.
That's the end of my turn. The most I can do is move to the side. Not with my back to him, though.
As I hear him speak in Snaga, just so everybody knows, I relay it so that you guys know what he's saying.
Oh,
Willow, it is your turn.
Willow,
Yes.
I would like to take aim and hit him with my bow, with my light crossbow. Oh crap! I got 8, 9, 10 to hit.
As he's kneeling there, the bolt goes shooting across right past his shoulder and hits into the cart, and he looks up at you, fear and anger in his eyes at the fact that he's not being spared. He reaches back, and you can smell this vile smell. As he reaches forward, you can see this clump of dung, essentially, and he kind of just throws it towards the group.
Oh, he's throwing poop at us now.
Right after I shoot my bow and arrow, I would like to say in Sprocket, is there anything else that you guys need us to do? Knowing that this fight is almost over.
What do I know about the Snaga? Are they actually evil?
The seafangs?
Yeah.
Snaga is just a tongue that's shared by like goblins and certain categories of creatures. It's a kind of primitive tongue. The seafang are coastal living aquatic creatures that are like the aquatic cousins of lizard folk, and They are pretty vile. They pillage, steal.
Okay. They're
There
bad
isn't really
guys.
any
Cool.
known essential. Yeah, there isn't a known nice settlement of thieving.
That's it for me, Michael.
Silas.
We don't even really know what he's doing yet. We're about to kill him.
You just got done being told, though, that there isn't a good seafang.
He sees the hesitation in your eyes, and in Snaga, please again. I'd do anything. Anything, please.
And as I
I'd
translate,
like-
he's saying, "Please kill me, please."
Oh,
I'd like
Vito.
to answer, knowing Sprocket. In Sprocket, you
Wait,
lost
he's
your
speaking-
life the moment
No, he's
I
speaking
do.
Snaga.
He's speaking
Oh,
Snaga.
wait. Oh, I thought it was Sprocket. Damn.
No, Sprocket's a little cute dude.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm just going to end my
Awesome.
turn. I'm not going to do anything.
Red.
I want to hit him with my stick.
Okay.
He's flanked.
No, he's not flanked yet.
Oh, shoot. 22.
It's
I'm rolling really well. 8.
his face gets kind of knocked in and off to the side. You hear bone break and a piece of tooth goes flying over the edge into the crystals below as blood spits out of his mouth.
I'll try to move out of the way a bit, but there's only so much space.
Mayra.
I'd like to cast Primal Savagery on myself. On my nails. Walking
one-
to right here.
Okay. Let's see what Primal Savagery does.
It sharpens either your fingernails or your teeth, delivering a D10 acid damage.
Okay. So acid begins dripping from your artificially sharpened nails.
And I
rather
need a
than
roll to
artificially.
hit. I didn't mean to roll both of those. 19 to hit. 5 damage.
Your nails go slicing across. He's turning as you swipe, and it rakes down his back, and he yells out, "Ah!" Spits out more blood on the brink of death. He's going to. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
He turns, fleeing, attempting at first to kind of grab the cart and push it, but not finding the strength. He crawls over and is just trying to get back into the tree.
Do
to
I get
safety.
opportunity of attack for that?
You guys do get an opportunity to attack if you want to kill him.
I do.
Okay. Poor guy.
I'd like to hit him with my quarterstaff and my opportunity of attack.
Roll damage or attack.
13. What do I add to that? I'm sorry. Proficiency or
It's your strength plus proficiency.
so 14, 15. So 15 to hit.
How do you want to do this?
I'd like to take my quarterstaff and basically run him through with it.
So as you drive forward, where the front cut and the back rake kind of meet, your spear or your quarterstaff pushes through with quite a bit of resistance, but pushes through, and he falls forward with his clawed hand reaching out, falling just on the other side of the cart, reaching out toward the tree, where you can see this kind of shimmering doorway into the tree.
I'm gonna say, I would like to say in Sprocket, should we destroy these black crystals?
You see one of those kind of ghostly looking creatures appear, and he's pulling on these chains. And he doesn't seem capable of speech, but he looks worried and wants to free the tree from these bindings.
I would like to approach the tree. And in Sprocket, I'm going to ask, may I approach?
He just continues pulling on these chains. He doesn't answer you.
Can I cast Shillelagh on my weapon and hit the chain that I'm nearest to?
Yes. As you cast Lele and come down, smacking into the chain, there's this like boom of negating energy that emanates from the chain, and it doesn't seem to do any damage to the metal as you see all these magical runes inscribed into the chains.
Mm. Can I do an investigation check to see if I know anything about it?
Sure.
$17.
I am writing.
Do you guys remember how to make it to where your character faces the direction they walk? Oh, it worked. Huh.
I was gonna say the only way I do it is just hold left alt, click on my thing, and then turn it until it's facing that way.
I want to put these black rocks in my bag of holding.
Okay. There aren't any like super large ones in this here, but they appear to be like smaller to small, medium size, crudely picked away from the original source. As the bag of holding consumes the crystals and they disappear into the other dimension, you see the tree shiver, almost like this, like it gets chills.
Oh, okay. So after the first one, if I'm seeing that, I'll stop and just leave them where they are.
Guys.
I'm not taking that one out, but that's enough.
Guys, so my investigation showed me that these are seafang runes that are on the chains. They're specifically from the seafang shamans. It is an ancient magic that requires the caster to be slain. So we need to slay the person who created these chains, and the caster must also maintain a relatively short distance from the ruins for the power to work. So the shaman must be close by, and it looks like we're going to need to kill him to loosen this tree.
I wonder if it's
trying to get to safety within that tree portal. I bet that's where he's at.
Yep.
Can I search the seafang and see if he has any other information on him?
He appears to be unarmed, and wearing basically like a loincloth, stripped down, light, because he was the worker pulling the cart. He's covered in a combination of sweat, blood, corrosive acid, the ocean water, but he appears to be mostly naked.
I'm going to say again, even though I'm not sure they understand, and Sprocket, we need to kill the leader. We will help.
And he continues kind of enthusiastically pulling at the chain. You see a couple more actually appear at the other chains, almost appearing out of nowhere and pulling.
I wonder if we can break the rock underneath them.
They're magically placed there, so I would assume that the magic goes deep with it. You have to slay the shaman.
Yeah, maybe so.
As you guys get closer, it looks like the bark of the tree is like, so it's covered in crystals, these crystal formations. It's like this weird combination of tree bark, crystals, and dragon scales. Like the tree itself has dragon scales all over it.
Oh, who just went down? Oh,
I would like to reach out and touch this little dude that I'm in front of softly to let him know that we are friends.
As you reach out to touch him, he doesn't move, but your hand goes straight through him as if he's not there.
I look quizzically as I smile and walk away.
I wonder if we save the tree if the tree is the dragon.
Calamacy, as you get closer, this one, its eyes seem to get like entranced and it turns towards you, and its eyeing that pouch that you took from that seafang, and you watch as his mouth begins to grow wider and wider.
like wider out of anger.
No, like you begin to see this siphon coming out of the bag as this collage of colors begins siphoning into this creature.
Just grab it and dump it the rest of the way. Sadly, because I wanted treasure.
It looks down as they fall to the ground and sucks until those crystals turn into this dull, just form of crystal. All the magical essence taken out of them, and you can see as his skin begins to shimmer the different colors that he had siphoned.
Interesting.
So, you think we should go into the portal?
Yes.
Let's go in like an ambush.
So, have I been gaining some health back from the remainder of my food from the half hour since our rest ended? To that first fight with the thing? These thing?
No, it only lasts for how long? It's
1 hour.
That's for 1 hour.
no. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's your health currently at?
31.
Out of
38.
Yeah, you probably would have gained that back. But I would say at this point the effects of the
It's
food are
ended.
wearing off, yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm going into this fight full health. Let's go.
The portal behind still raging on. What are you guys doing?
I have a feeling that the shaman placed the portal as well. Like the water portal. So I'm sure if we killed the shaman, all of their portals would close.
So I'm getting near the portal, and I'm like getting ready to dash on into it when somebody else does.
The tree portal or the water portal?
Yeah, the tree portal.
Right above the portal, you can see it looks like another seafang symbol written in their tongue, like their written language, is inscribed, cut into the bark, right above where it is.
Point at it. Willow, what's that say? Can you decipher that?
I go up and I do an investigation on it. What do I see? Do I have to do a roll?
Yeah, investigate. It's definitely written in the Snaga tongue. I'm not sure that you would have seen this magical inscription before in your life, though.
So it doesn't matter if I do an investigation?
You can try. It always matters.
Dice are on your side.
17.
Yeah, it's definitely something magical. It doesn't, even if you don't even know if it necessarily translates to a word, but it's definitely some type of magical inscription written by, assumingly, a shaman.
I just shake my head and say I just see that it's magical, possibly written by a shaman.
Let's go in there and beat him up.
I would like to have Shillelagh on my weapon again as we go in.
Everyone's pushing in.
Yep.
I'm wanting to hurry in like an ambush sort of thing.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Can I go